Staircase guy, maroon shirt guy, and Lozy center guy, none of which I believe actually pulled the trigger. Call it a hunch. I think it's much more likely that Lance Twiggs is the one that is walking in that maroon shirt. His build is nothing like Tyler Robinson's build.
This is what he put out. As soon as that video came out, that Candace Owens is out here charging that, whatever, implicating the Trumps, the Feds, you name it, and everyone, okay? So I ask, does everyone include Erika Kirk? I mean, at this point, it's everyone, so Erika Kirk is implicated in that as well. So this person wrote this, okay? And I actually agree with this sentiment. Let me explain to you what Candace Owens is doing. Candace is trying to coax those who are bound by the gag order, okay? So even though Candace Owens is saying she's going to violate the gag order does not apply to Candace Owens. She's not one of the witnesses. She was not at Turning Point event. She wasn't there when all this happened. So the gag order wouldn't apply to her by the nature of the gag order. But she wants people to believe that, okay, the gag order also applied to Candace Owens. No, it doesn't. So this person continues to write this, right? Candace is trying to coax those who are bound by the gag order in the Kirk assassination case, which is normal for cases of that magnitude to ensure a fair trial, to violate the gag order. This could trigger a mistrial. If it does, she will say that a mistrial occurred because the case fell apart due to there being too many holes, when in reality, she will have caused the case collapse due to procedural violations, okay? I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised. You think if a witness was going to contact Candace Owens would be like, you know what? No, I don't want to hear anything from you because the judge has issued a gag order? No. When she is then threatened and possibly charged with witness tampering and obstruction, she will claim she's being censored and that, quote unquote, they are trying to shut her down for asking questions. This ends with no justice for Charlie Kirk and all eyes on Candace Owens, which is precisely what she wants. This is all transparently a grift, and it is time that everyone stops being afraid to call it for what it is. Well, as soon as this person said this, guess what? Candace Owens blocked anybody who's coming after her on Twitter. She's blocking left and right. Well, that's a Twitter. She can do as she pleases. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? So now Candace Owens has gone back to the time machine. A time machine in 2018 to showcase to the world that her and Charlie Kirk were BFFs. So I'm at Candace Owens. Where are the recent chats that you had with Charlie Kirk? Okay? So this is what she's putting out. Okay? Welcome, guys. Thank you for being here. So this is March 30th, 2018 at 8:06 a.m. Charlie Kirk in communication with Candace Owens, okay? 2018, and I repeat, 2018. So, they are listening to a song over here, Charlie AirPods, Monster featuring Jay-Z, Kanye West, might be. I don't know about the hip-hop song. Yay, and Candace responds, OMGs, Nick verses on that is the best. And Charlie Kirk responds, first things first, I eat your brains, yes, OMG. So this is in a response to a song, Nick Minaj and Kanye West. So according to Charlie, Candace Owens introduced Charlie Kirk to hip hop. So this one, Sasquatch, Godzilla, King Kong, Loch Ness, Goblin, whatever. When Nick drops, I lose my mind. So this is him communication. She is the best. I do my words to that song. Jay-Z verse is amazing too. Makes me think of where I'm at. All I get is this fake F with no fangs, trying to draw blood, my ice cold veins. Yes, it gets the blood flowing. Okay. Oh, hold on. So you can see. This is their communication. Yes, it gets my blood flowing. I'm about to run a few miles jamming to it. I'm loving your hip-hop development. So this is Candace Owens responding to Charlie Kirk. I'm loving your hip-hop development. Okay? So, all right. So the question is, Candace, why are you putting these text messages out? It's not in question. that Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens used to be good friends back in the day. I don't see anybody who is disputing that, okay? So, yes, over here they can prove they were in communication in 2018, guys. They're talking about hip-hop and music. All right, fine. What we want is you to produce the evidence. According to what you're doing, right? You're trying to find a person who killed Charlie Kirk. Where is the evidence? So far, she hasn't produced any. So we're going to wait when she comes back. Maybe this time around, she'll produce the evidence. But up to this point, there hasn't been any evidence that she has produced. So I'm like, okay, so why showing us the text messages with you and Charlie in 2018? Can you show us the message between you and Charlie in 2025? So yes, this is what's happening with the Candace Owens. To me, I'm like, wait a minute. George Farmer, where are you? Where are you at this point? Come get your wife. Come and get your wife. So this is back in the day before Candace was married, before Charlie Kirk was married in 2018. Okay? Out here showcasing. Let's not forget, Charlie Kirk was married to Erika Kirk. Candace Owens is married to George Farmer. So the idea of her producing all this stuff they used to text back in the day with the homeboy, hey man, where's the respect for your husband? I mean, I'm telling you, just like, no, Candace, come on, man. You know, what we want to see is the evidence of who killed Charlie Kirk. So bring that up so we can also support you in that endeavor, okay? We are not interested to see that you and Charlie Kirk were texting each other. You know, we know you guys used to be cool. But at this point, come on, man, okay? Come on, man. What's happening? Huh? So that's what you have with Candace Owens. Well, guys, so since Candace Owens is going back in the time machine, okay, doing all these other things, well, the reporters are also going what? Back in the time machine. Back in 2016, Candace stopped paying rent on her $3,500 a month luxury apartment in Stamford, Connecticut. She then sued her landlord, claiming she withheld rent because the apartment had black mold. Candace alleged that the mold made her ill, saying she suffered from rashes, coughing, asthma, cognitive impairment, emotional distress. Candace allegedly submitted the photo below as proof of eczema and related skin irritation from the mold exposure. Despite these claims, she continued living in the apartment without paying rent for about 6 months until it was repossessed by housing court in early 2017. The landlord countersued, arguing that Candace herself was responsible for the mold and for the unpaid rent. The court sided with the landlord, finding that Candace failed to identify a required expert witness to support her mold-related injury allegations. On April 1st, 2021, the Superior Court of Connecticut ordered Candace to pay the following damages to her landlord. Almost $18,000 in unpaid rent and related charges, almost $3,000 in attorney fees, kept under Connecticut law, $205 in court costs for counterfiling, $440 for trial, don't involve filing, total judgment approximately $21,000. Makes you wonder if the cognitive impairment was permanent. So this is the picture that Candace Owens submitted as proof of the issues that she was experiencing. Okay, so this is actually happened. So this is the court filing and everything else. So I don't know if she, $21,000, Candace Owens, she's bowling. Okay, so I'm sure she must have, and she settled that. But all to say, she's also going back in time machine. So people are also what? Going back in time machine, going to dig up the stuff that she used to do back then and then.
I actually believe that this was a military hit that involved foreign actors and also literal actors. I believe that day ran something akin to JFK's assassination. I believe that there were therefore multiple decoys on the ground. I do not believe, just so I'm clear here, that the person who was walking up the stairs killed Charlie. In fact, my suspicion is that that photo was not even shot on the same day. I do not believe that the person who ran across Losey rooftop killed Charlie. I think it was another decoy. I do not believe that shot came from a Losey Center at all. And we all know that decoy George Zinn didn't kill Charlie. And I received an interesting tip about him as well, that he's much more connected than what meets the surface. He potentially has connections to the federal department, familial connections to the federal department, and we are prodding that. It's getting interesting. Anyway, that would suggest that there are thus a total of 4 decoys, like George Zinn, staircase guy, maroon shirt guy, and Losey Center guy, none of which I believe actually pulled the trigger. Call it a hunch. I think it's much more likely that Lance Twiggs is the one that is walking in that maroon shirt. His build is nothing like Tyler Robinson's build. Lance Twiggs is thinner. And obviously I'm speculating here, but I believe Tyler Robinson was involved, and he was in fact driving around campus on that day, therefore assisting in the costume changes, likely picking up clothing. And as we broke the story, Tyler was seen at Dairy Queen. And what was he seen doing, as I told you? Dumping clothing in the cemetery.
So do not be exhausted, guys, okay? Information, the evidence will be forthcoming. The evidence will be forthcoming.
All lies will be exposed.
Exactly.
That's all.
That's all. You know?
Some of y'all better get y'all discernment together.
Yes.